Let me tell you something that could change the way you view your health today. Your blood pressure may be at its most dangerous level just when you think you are safest. It's not in traffic, it's not in the stress of work. It's while you sleep. You wake up, have your coffee, feel good, but your heart spent the whole night fighting against stiff arteries. And the worst, what you ate for dinner yesterday may be the silent culprit. But here is the secret that few doctors have time to explain to you in the office. Lowering blood pressure after 40 is not about starving yourself or living on medications with annoying side effects. It's about precision adjustments. Today, I will reveal to you 5 simple ways, validated by science, to unlock your arteries and naturally lower your blood pressure. Pay close attention to tip number 5 because it is the root of almost all pressure problems, and 90% of people are getting this wrong right now in the kitchen. If you're over 40, your body no longer processes salt, sugar, and stress like it did at 20. Your arteries begin to lose their natural elasticity. It's like a garden hose that has been left in the sun for too long. It becomes stiff. What I'm going to show you today is not just an internet tip. These are strategies to restore elasticity to your blood vessels. I have already seen patients reduce their medication by half just by adjusting the order of what they put on their plate. Before we go to the first technique, I want to give you a challenge. If this video gives you a single piece of information that you didn't know, you will consider subscribing to the channel. Combined, this way you help to spread this message to more people who need to save their hearts. The first change doesn't cost a penny. Eat the vegetables first, always. Why does this work? When you start with rice, bread, or potatoes, your blood sugar rises quickly. This triggers insulin. And here is what no one tells you. High insulin signals your kidneys to retain sodium and for your blood vessels to constrict. Result? Pressure up high. By eating fibers first, a salad of leaves, broccoli, or green beans, you create a net in the stomach. The carbohydrate that comes afterwards enters the blood slowly. Without insulin spikes, without artery constriction. Golden tip, try doing this for just 7 days. You will notice that even your sleep improves because your body won't be fighting against sugar spikes at night. The second technique is the strategic use of apple cider vinegar. More calm. It's not just any way. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid. Studies show that it helps to activate an enzyme that relaxes the blood vessels. But the real benefit for those over 40 is the increase in nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the lubricant for your arteries. He makes the vessels open up. How to use 1 tablespoon in a large glass of water 15 minutes before lunch or dinner. Important notice, never take it neat. The acid can damage the enamel of the teeth and the esophagus. Always use a straw if you have sensitive teeth. Interaction. Have you tried using apple cider vinegar before? Comment down below I use or I'm going to test. I want to know who is committed to health today. Remember I mentioned the dangerous pressure during sleep? Here is the solution. 30 grams of walnuts before sleeping. Many people suffer from nocturnal hypertension because the body enters a state of microstress during the early hours of the morning. Nuts are rich in magnesium and L-arginine. Magnesium is nature's muscle relaxant. It calms the walls of the arteries while you rest. Furthermore, the good fats from nuts help to maintain satiety, preventing you from waking up hungry or experiencing cortisol spikes in the early hours. Question for you, do you often wake up tired or with a dry mouth? This may be a sign of nighttime high blood pressure. Stay alert. The fourth way is hibiscus tea, and I'm not talking about esotericism, I'm talking about clinical trials. Hibiscus acts very similarly to ACE inhibitors, a common type of blood pressure medication. It helps to eliminate excess fluid and relaxes the vascular system. The right dose, 2 to 3 cups per day. Pay more attention. If you are already taking medication for blood pressure, you need to talk to your doctor, because hibiscus is so potent that your blood pressure can drop too much if combined with the medication. Engagement. Moment. If you're enjoying these practical tips, click the like button. This informs YouTube that this content is useful and helps the channel grow so that I can bring more doctors and specialists here for you. We have arrived at the most important tip. If you ignore the other 4 but do this one, your health will already reach a new level. You need to replace the inflammatory vegetable oils. Soybean, corn, canola, and sunflower oil are rich in processed omega-6. This causes chronic inflammation in the walls of your arteries. Do you know what happens with an inflamed artery? It attracts cholesterol to plug the hole, creates plaques, and becomes rigid. The substitution: use extra virgin olive oil or real butter. Olive oil is rich in polyphenols that cleanse inflammation. Many people think they are eating healthily because they use canola oil, but they are aging their arteries by 10 years with every meal. Throw those oils away today. I had a patient, Mr. Carlos, aged 58. He was taking 3 types of medication, and yet his blood pressure did not drop below 15/9. He was scared. We didn't follow any crazy diet. We have just implemented these 5 steps. In 3 months, his doctor removed 2 of the medications, and his blood pressure stabilized at 12/8. Carlos told me, I thought it was the end of the line, but it was just a lack of information. Health is not a destination, it is a daily decision, and your decision today is to choose one of these 5 tips and start now. Which of these 5 tips will you start today? Comment down below. I read all the comments and respond as much as I can. And if you want to know what the 3 foods you should avoid at all costs to prevent a heart attack are, click on this video that is now appearing on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video on longevity. A big hug and take care of your health.